Mic check 1 2. Microphone check. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to hashtag TNT JoFi, tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I am your host, Jerome Ortega. Today is Tuesday, November 24th. It is cold and raining outside. I didn't even get a chance to work out because it's been raining the entire day. And I'm in my apartment and I'm trying to stay warm and I'm having a very hard time because it's very cold, very cold. But how's it going, everyone? Welcome to, well, we're going to talk about phones today. They're not particularly phones. They're not particularly phones that I'm too excited about, but it's been a while since we've actually gone through new phones that are coming out. We've been talking about the Pixel and the iPhone for such a long time, and I figured we'd give it a little bit of a change of pace. I'm still going to talk about these Pixel phones. I'm still going to talk about the iPhone. Especially if it just gets brought up in conversation, it's hard not to, but I'm going to try to talk about other things as well. So before we get started, let me go ahead and say hi to everybody. Deepak Murthy first. What's going on, Deepak? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as always. Zico Day is in here as well. Hey, what's going on, Zico? Krishna. Hey, guys. And then Krishna says, I'm driving to Best Buy right now to pick up my Fitbit. Excited to try the Google Assistant on it. Which Fitbit is that? What's the model called for that Fitbit? I haven't kept up with any of their new products, so I'm just trying to see which one you're talking about here. I pulled up the website just to see what we got. Black Friday deals. I haven't used a Fitbit in forever. I mean, I'm using a $20 Casio, so definitely interested though, just to see what that's about. But congrats, Krishna. Let me know when you get it. The Woo. Woo Tega. What up, player? What's going on, the Woo? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as always. Adam Butler is in here as well. Hey, what's going on, Adam? Welcome to the stream. Oddweight Sharma. Hi, Jerbone. What's going on, Oddweight? Welcome, man. Welcome. Baron of Gray Matter. What up, Slackers? What's going on, Ed? Welcome to the stream. Let me see here. I have no idea what you're talking about. Brian Wu. Hi, Jerome. What's going on, Brian? Welcome. Blaze 760. Hi. How's it going, Blaze? Welcome to the stream. Christian says, God damn it, I just got out of the building with no jet. It's cold. It's definitely cold here in Chicago. Fitbit Sense 2020. Okay, let me look. I'm curious what a Fitbit Sense 2020 is. Smartwatches, products. Wait, no, we're here already. Fitbit Sense. Is that it? Damn, $300. Wow. Fitbit Sense is the advanced health smartwatch that helps you tune into your body with tools for stress management, heart health, what is this? Blood oxygen, SpO2, right? Or is it something else? Skin temperature and more. Includes a 6-month free premium trial. It looks, it doesn't look like Fitbits of old. It's a more updated version. It does look pretty nice. $300. Is that what you got it for? Or did you get a better deal on that, Krishna? Huh. Nice though. Nice. Couragio. What up, Jerome? What's going on, Couragio? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Welcome. Jennifer Cho. Hi, everyone. How's it going, Jennifer? Welcome. Did you get your Pixel 4a 5G? I'm just about to start using my sister's old Pebble. Wow. I remember Pebbles. It's been a while. God, do they still make them? Do they make them? Huh. I I have my Series 3 Apple Watch that's been sitting now for like what 2 months. I gotta sell that thing. I don't even use it anymore. I gotta get rid of it. Baron of Gray Matter, smash the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Yes, guys, if you haven't had a chance, please do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. It is a way to support. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. It does help the stream. Jason Lim, Yo Hidarmo, and fam. Amazfit Neo Retro look. What's that? Are you is that something I'm missing here? See, this is I can't keep track of every. You know what? Today when I was looking at other phones that I haven't talked about in a while, I was just like, God, there's so many other phones that are out there. Oh, wow. Wait, is this a smartwatch with a retro? Is that why it's called a Neo Retro? Is this rupees? What's 2,500 rupees? So it is. It's a smartwatch with an old style look. How interesting. I mean, that's exactly like, that's what my watch is. Oh, it's the other way. I can't. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I do like the band though. That's what I like about this. Do they make Apple Watches with like metal bands that like look a little more retro? Because I would do that, I think. I would do that. The Woo Fitbit for 300, get your shine box. Fazil Khan, hey mate, OnePlus 8 or OnePlus 8T, which one is better? I like the OnePlus 8 build and display, by the way. It's really been a while since I've kept up to date with a lot of that stuff. I mean, the 8T obviously has a faster chipset. I think it's the same camera, is it not? I honestly, and I think you could probably get a OnePlus 8 for a much better deal. I mean, I think both of those phones are going to be very similar to each other. I think really the driving factor there is the price. It's been a while, man. I haven't kept up. I can't even remember what's the newest shit with the 8T over the 8. That's really how. Sorry, my phone's going off and I need to put something on. It's funny when my phone goes off and I don't know which one it is because I have 7 phones sitting here right now. What is your hang up between the 8 and the 8T, Fazil? Same chipset and almost similar cameras. Yeah, so if it's that close, then maybe really your choice there is just the price point. Just the price point. Jennifer, got my 4A 5G a few hours ago. Great. Did you set it up? Are you using it right now? Are you watching the stream on it? What do you think of it? What do you think of it? Edgar Hernandez. Hi, everyone on this rainy day. How's it going, Edgar? Welcome to the stream. I love that. I know the people from Chicago here. Edgar and Krishna. I got $250 well-being fund from work. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome that your work does that. And it's $50 off now. So I'm paying around $30 for it. That's a deal and a half, Krishna, for sure. A deal and a half. Deepak got his too. My 4A 5G arrived this morning. We got a lot of people with their 4A 5Gs. I got mine right here. Still using it as my daily, but I find myself picking up my Pixel 5 a lot still. I have a table there that just has the whole lineup of phones that are sitting there, and then I put them on this desk when I do the stream. I always find myself picking up the Pixel 5, interestingly enough, just because I like the form factor of it. I do like the feel of it too, over the 4A over time. I mean, they're still both great phones, just the 5 so overpriced. Adrian Stanciu. Hi, Jerome, and hi, guys. How's it going, Adrian? Welcome. Indian rupees. Thank you, Adway. Thank you. Chad Rennick. How's it going, Chad? Bought a $60 Pixel to get the $250 trade-in at T-Mobile for the 4A 5G. Hopefully it's still going on when I make it to the store to do the trade. That's a big brain move right there. You where did you get a $60 Pixel? Swappa? Did you buy it off eBay or something? I didn't realize they were giving a $250 trade-in for such an old phone. I wonder if I don't really want to be trading in. I have my old OnePlus 6T from T-Mobile. Can I trade in my OnePlus 6T for something? What do I need another phone for, though? I should just sell it on Swappa. I don't know. I should look. Anyway, Chad, congrats. Well, if you get that $250 off, that's a great deal, for sure. That looks like a G-Shock DW6000. See, you guys know more about watches than I do. I don't really know much. I like G-Shocks, but I really do like this retro look. I also have a gold one, and I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. So I do want something different, though, in terms of watches. Adam Butler is asking, what are your thoughts on the Apple Pro Raw update in beta? 14.3, the reviews I've seen of it so far, I'm impressed with what Apple are doing there. So to be honest with you, Adam, I haven't even touched it yet. To be honest, I don't even know if I would use it. I should use it just to test it out. I don't know enough about it. I should maybe take some time and take a look at it. It's just, I stick to Premiere Pro for all my editing stuff. I should look at it though and see if I could do like proper color corrections. And I'm not even the greatest at doing that. I do a little bit here and there, but not enough to really like, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know shit about it and tell you like, yeah, because I don't. If you have a link or something, feel free to send it to me. I'll sit here and I'll watch that because I'm kind of curious on how that works. I guess I'll go with the OnePlus 8. Let me know, Fazil. When that 8T came out, I was like, oh, it doesn't seem like it had much else to it. So if you're able to find an 8 at a better deal, at a better price point, why not? Paul Hendricks, how's it going, Paul? There's a ban for an Apple Watch, but Apple will take your money. Yeah. I mean, I know that already. They already did take my money. I don't even want that Series 3. I was thinking of getting the new Series 6 with GPS. But I just, why am I going to be spending more money? AT has 120 hertz and 65 watt charge. Yeah, I knew that the AT up there charging, which I guess is good, but is it worth the extra money? I mean, is 120 hertz worth that extra money too? I know a lot of people like the 120 hertz. I know a lot of people like the higher refresh rate, but I guess it just depends on how much extra cash you're going to be spending or saving. Do they both have the same display? I heard that the OnePlus 9, or at least I read a couple rumors about it, that they were going to go with a curved display again. And I was like, don't do a curved display. Keep the flat. Well, yeah. AT has 65 watt fast charging. Yeah. So you're going to get quite a bump, right? From going from 0 to 100. I know some people don't even care about that. They're just like, yeah, I get it. But if the price points are similar, if you can get both phones, or if both phones are priced at the same price point, then I can see the AT being the better buy, obviously. Plus you get, well, do you still get the same amount of updates since it's just a 6-month time frame in between the two? I don't know. Brian is asking, hi, Jerome, any performance difference between the 5 and the Pixel 4a 5G? Not that I can. So like when I use my Pixel 5 and Pixel 4a 5G, they seem exactly the same. I think the only time I'd probably notice a difference is if I had a good number of apps and I was multitasking, because the Pixel 5 has 8 gigs of RAM versus 6 gigs of RAM on the Pixel 4a 5G. To be fair, I haven't really pushed either of the phones. I'm sure if I did some kind of like performance benchmark testing, that maybe I'd see a difference. But in real world scenarios with the Pixel 4a 5G versus the Pixel 5, I'm not noticing much of a difference performance wise, at least for me. at least for me. I don't know if others have or if they've noticed it, but I haven't seen much of a difference. Deepak saying cameras are exactly the same on the 5 and the 4A 5G, right? I believe so. I guess the only way to really make sure is to do a test, and I will, but you guys have seen me do tests now for the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 5, and both of those look almost exactly the same. So I can imagine the 4a 5G and the 5 are going to be probably just as similar. I believe the 6T is on the list for the 50% off. Nice. So I could get a 4a 5G. Could I get a Pixel 5 or 4a for $250 off? I mean, I already have a Pixel 5. What do it's like I have a 6T sitting here doing nothing. So I should do something with it. I should. Fear the Roo 42. What up, Jerome and fam? What's going on, Fear the Roo? Sorry, late to the party. You're good. Was watching an Apple Watch 6 review from MKQHQ. Fear the Roo, welcome. Zico says, does anybody know if rooting would void the Pixel warranty? I don't think it would. I want Viper for Android on my 4a 5G. Why doesn't Google add a functional EQ on Android? Yeah, I don't think an EQ's ever been baked into their... Oh, I'm just looking at the chat here. Chad saying 4a 5G, only the 4a 5G at T-Mobile. That's a shame. I wonder if my mom needs a new phone. My mom is rocking my old S9. I gave her my S9 a while ago, and I think she's still using that, or the S9 Edge, whichever one. I can't remember. Maybe I could get her a new phone by trading in the 6T. I'll have to take a look. Tony Pazzo, what's going on, man? Pixel 4a 5G 350 on Google Fi. Just ordered. Congrats. Yeah, Jennifer got it for 300, right? Because I think she's just moving over to Google Fi. But yeah, that's definitely a great deal. For the same price as a Pixel 4a, why not? Fazil saying, to be honest, I was planning to go with the 4a, but currently I'm using an S20, which has 120 hertz. I don't think I'll be comfortable using a 60 hertz phone again. Really? It's changed your mind that much, having that refresh rate. How do you feel then from going 120 hertz down to 90 on the 8? So I'm guessing that you prioritize then refresh rate, performance over the camera. I mean, the OnePlus cameras are still going to be good, but you know, I'm not throwing shade either, because you know, I would love to have a Pixel 5 with better performance specs. So I hear ya. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat here, making sure I'm okay. Matthew, what's going on, Matthew? Good evening, Jerome. Have you seen the new 8T Cyberpunk edition? Yeah, I actually talked about it on stream. That one looks nice. That one looks different. I think people in stream were actually surprised at it too, of how different it looked. It does look nice. I don't know how much extra of a premium price they're putting on it, but let me just show that on here just so people know what I'm talking about. OnePlus 8T. Yeah, it's right here. This is the Cyberpunk 2077 edition of the OnePlus 8T with this huge camera module there. It does look nice though. It definitely looks nice. It's pretty stylish. Ooh, there's an unboxing. Should we watch that unboxing? Let's watch that real quick. I'm kind of curious. Matthew, welcome to the stream, by the way. Let's watch this real quick, guys.
Today, I'm cracking open the Cyberpunk 2077 Special Edition version of the OnePlus 8T.
That's whatever.
OnePlus 8T, but apparently the design is changed, the packaging is changed. There's so much that's really cool about this phone, so I was really excited to get it.
It's a big-ass box
on my desk. We can see straight away that things are very different. It's come in this big sort of display packaging, the edition.
That is huge.
120 hertz display, 65 watt warp charging. Basic design here. You'll never know the truth.
I mean, I do like
until
the nice touches they put on it.
Well, there we go. Maybe
it's not
this
for
phone.
everybody,
Maybe
obviously.
once you've unboxed it, it's going to start ringing, and it'll be my invitation to find robot rock hands. And yeah, it's a pin badge.
Oh, those are
Designed in
pins?
Night
That's
City,
cool.
It says on the back. I don't think it really was. It's probably designed neat. But there we go. In its box. So here we go. The moment of truth.
I feel like I've seen a lot of like OnePlus special edition ones, and sometimes to me a lot of them are pretty gimmicky. And I mean, not that this isn't gimmicky, but I do like the design of this one.
What's this?
Enough to actually watch them unbox it.
Okay, so we have some yellow one that away
with it.
That's just a bit.
All right, so I just want to look at the phone.
Ooh. Okay.
It is a cool design, though.
I mean, first of all, let's just get rid of these stickers, because you can't appreciate the design on this phone when you've got.
I feel like other companies should make other designs like that, just like out there designs. I would love that.
It's one of those stickers that you peel off and it leaves.
That sucks.
It is a big departure from the regular OnePlus 8T.
What is this about down here?
Looks like a really
what design is that?
Almost like carbon fiber, maybe mixed with marble or something. It's really cool, and it's a
like I felt like they actually
texture to
put
this
some love
gloss.
into the design of it.
Matte area actually feels slightly lower, and of course 2077 neural connection status active on the phone itself. So we've got this big sort of standard red cable. We can try and turn it on, but okay, it's pretty dirty. Let's just give it a wipe on my t-shirt. Okay, so we have got some.
That's cool.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
That's
some
pretty
cyberpunk
cool.
branding. The icons are a bit different. Yeah, we've got a different looking interface. Very cyberpunky. But yeah, it's running a different version of their software called Hydrogen OS, I believe.
I mean, the software it looks cool, but I feel like I would get tired of it after a while. I just feel like, okay, I want my stock Android back. That is cool though. Yeah. Okay. Brad, what's going on, Brad? Honestly, I'd recommend people buy the 4 instead of the 5. Since they took out the neural core, Snapchat and Instagram stories look like shit on them. Thanks for pointing that out, Brad. When I do Instagram stories, I don't use Snapchat. I rarely use Snapchat, but that's a good point to make out. I just have trouble with the 4 because of the battery though. But that's why when people talk about the 4 XL and the 5, and I always have a hard time saying, well, I don't know if it's an upgrade. I think if you're deciding between a 4 XL and a 5, I think the difference then is just kind of subjective on what's important for you. But thanks for pointing that out, Brad. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Christian says, by the way, Jerome, I got a camera update last night on my 4 XL. That's similar to the camera on the 5. It has the cinematic pan and all. Are you going to test it? So I know that what is it? The 8.1 update? Do you mean testing the cinematic pan? I was going to give it a shot. I don't know. I don't know if that's kind of a gimmicky thing. I think it's supposed to work well, but I'll have to take a look. I'm honestly so behind with so much stuff, and so I'm just trying to keep up with everything at this moment. Fear the saying, trying to do some research on fast charging. I've heard that fast charging can damage battery health. I think that's a big concern for a lot of people, but nobody can tell me what is considered fast charging. I think anything that starts to like go past, I don't know, 20, 30, whatever is cause for concern, I think. Little Facts, how's it going, man? Where can someone find the new Infinix Note 8? Because I've looked for it everywhere. No idea. Hopefully someone in chat can help. But Little Facts, welcome to the stream. Fazil says 90 hertz is fine, but 60 hertz feels kind of laggy. Really? While using my wife's Redmi K20, I can easily feel the difference. I prefer performance over cameras. Fair enough. That's like my cousin. He's the same way, exact same way. Doesn't really care much for the cameras at all. In my opinion, the high refresh doesn't make the phone feel faster, but it does make it feel more refined. I can see that. UI animations are smoother. Scrolling feels smoother. Like it's it's lube for UI. I can see that. I can see that. The Woo says just force 90 hertz on my Pixel 5. Surprisingly, I see the difference, and the battery has been solid. No, I mean, I see the difference too on my Pixel 5. I can see the difference with that refresh rate. For me, it isn't, like I said before, it's not a deal breaker, but I can definitely see that difference there. Edward Routley, how's it going, man? Routley. If you had to pick between the A51 and M31s, what would you choose? I heard the M series have intrusive adverts. So I don't know enough to really give you my opinion on that. That's kind of how far removed I am from a lot of these other phones. An A51, I'm guessing, is similar to an A71 because I had the A71 and it worked fine. And I was able to kind of like get it to the point where I enjoyed using it. I'm assuming an A51 is just kind of a smaller, slower version of the A71. I don't even know what an M31 is. And if they have intrusive advertisements, I would completely ditch that. Any phone that I would have to use that has forced ads on it, no thank you. I'd pass on it in like a heartbeat. Definitely a pass on it in a heartbeat. I don't know if I'm missing anything though. If I am, just let me know. Yeah, there are a ton of Samsung phones. Actually, you know what? Since we're on that, we might as well get into one of the stories that I have here, and I just pulled this one up. So speaking of Samsung, Samsung just announced the A12 and A02s, new entry-level phones for 2021. So there are a lot of budget phones that are coming out now. And did I say A20s, A02s? Samsung on Tuesday announced the Galaxy A12 and A02s, two new entry-level phones set to launch next year in Europe. Both offer a lower barrier to entry for anyone looking for a modern Android smartphone. The A12 has a 6.8-inch HD plus display, an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, an octa-core processor, a fingerprint sensor on the side, I'm assuming here, and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So a big battery for a budget phone. Photos are covered by a quad array of cameras on the back, including a 48 megapixel main, an ultra wide, a pair of 2 megapixel sensors to help out with macro and depth shots. The A02s, so this looks like it's an even cheaper one, has the same display and battery, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, although it has a micro SD slot, a different camera, a 13 megapixel main, and then 2 megapixel sensors as the A12. Features an older micro. Wow, they still make phones with older micro USB. I didn't know that. The A02s is also missing a fingerprint sensor. How much are these phones? The A12 is currently set to $212 US, 179 euros. And then 200 euros with 128 gigs of storage. And the A02s starts at $178 US, 150 euros. God, I feel like at that point, don't even buy the A02s. Go for the A12 just for a little bit more. The A12 will be available in January of 2021 and the A02s in February of 2021. I don't know if any of these phones even really appeals to people who come to this stream, because I feel like we at least look for something a little bit more on the higher end, but Samsung releases so many goddamn phones that I can't even keep up anymore. Igor Pashkanovich, how's it going, man? Welcome, Igor. Welcome to the stream. Neil says, for me, 90 hertz is the sweet spot for high refresh rate. And that was coming for a OnePlus 8 Pro. Really? So do you notice a difference, though, between 120 and 90? Or is it that minuscule that you don't even notice? Fazil says the A series has a full-fledged of One UI, while the M series comes with One UI core and doesn't have much features. Go with the A series. Yeah, that's what it looks like there. You can always disable ads in Samsung phones easily. Really? to know that a phone comes with ads is already just, it's such a turnoff for me. I don't even want to like consider it. Aiden, what's going on, Aiden? Did I say hi? I think I did. When I had an iPhone, I'd get ads from Apple whenever they'd release a new device. Does that not bother you? What do you mean? You'd get ads from Apple whenever they'd release a new device. You mean like in the Apple store? Or are you talking about like, I'm confused. I mean, I see where you're going with this. Or are you talking about like, when I talk about ads, I'm talking about like blatant ads that are like coming in between just like me using the phone. I don't use phones that have advertisements, so I don't really know the extent to how that works. But I mean, if you're talking about an iPhone getting an ad in the Apple store, I don't even know if I use that Apple Store app. I'm thinking about it, how that works. I'd get a notification. You'd get a notification that there's a new Apple product. I don't get ads like that. Unless I do and I don't think about it. I don't know. The Woo says Poco, Realme, Huawei. So what carrier are these typically compatible with? I've never owned, tempted to buy. I mean, I use my Huawei with T-Mobile fine. I mean, you just have to find an unlocked world phone or GSM or whatever. But I don't know where those phones are typically sold to. Southeast Asia? Europe? I think someone in chat would be better helping you with that question. My S20 doesn't have any ads, but maybe they're doing it for mid-range devices. Ads are disgusting, to be honest. They are. I can't deal with them. I noticed 60 hertz to 90 hertz, but from 120 hertz to 90, only a small difference, but easily can live with it. Yeah. I can see how 60 to 90 would be a bigger difference than 90 to 120. Although I've never used 120. But I'd be curious to see how that goes. Yeah, Tony says no ads on iPhones. I don't remember getting ads on them either. So I'm not sure. Okay, so I need to go through the rest of these stories here. But this article from Tech Radar is talking about how the iPhone 13 is once again rumored to be portless, but not all of the models. If you don't know what I'm talking about with portless, I mean, so I have my 12 Pro Max here, right? And by portless, meaning there would be no port down here. There would be no lightning port. It would be just a complete, like everything that you would do to transfer files would be through AirDrop. Charging your phone, you wouldn't be able to, it would be wireless charging, so on and so forth. And this is the direction that I guess a lot of people have been saying that Apple was eventually going to go, and then other companies would follow suit. Whether that happens or not, I mean, it looks like it's going to be happening sometime in the near future. So it's been rumored for a while that Apple's working on a portless iPhone, and it's looking increasingly like the iPhone 13 might be that phone, or at least one of the 13 models might be. That's because John Processor has said that Apple plans to make one of the iPhone 13 models portless. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I think it's coming. It's just a matter of time. This isn't a new claim from Processor. He previously tweeted exactly the same thing back in May, but in reiterating the claim here, he said that according to his sources, this is still Apple's plan. The biggest phone could have the fewest ports. So that's my thought too. If anything, it's probably going to be their high-end phones. The Pro Max, maybe both of them are going to be the portless phones. He doesn't say which model will be the lucky portless one, but assuming the selection mirrors the 12 range, we'd guess it will be the 13 Pro Max, as that would be the most expensive of them. Alternatively, Apple could make the iPhone 13 mini portless, since removing the ports might allow Apple to make the phone even smaller. That's a good point. I wish the Mini had the same camera setup, because I would have. I would love to have a mini small form factor phone with all of the bells and whistles on it. Anyway, that's all speculation for now, and we would take the claim that any iPhone 13 model will be portless with a pinch of salt. So Ming-Chi Kua, I'm butchering it. An analyst with a good track record for Apple said much the same way back in December 2019, while at least one other source has also suggested that one or more iPhone 13 models will be portless. So we'd say a portless iPhone 13 is looking likely. I'm wondering, if Apple does go portless, who's going to be the first Android manufacturer with a portless phone? Is it going to be one of the smaller models like Realme or whatever that's going to follow suit? Or is it going to be like a big company like Samsung if they're going to go portless? I still charge my phone with a cable. To me, that's the quickest, easiest way to charge my phones, doing it wired. When I do these camera comparison tests with my Pixels, with my 5, or like the 4A or whatever, I still plug all of those in and I transfer the files over that way. I don't upload it to the cloud that way, or I don't download them from the cloud. I still like taking it physically, wiring it up and moving the files over. I've just been doing it that way for so long. Maybe it's habit, but I also know that I'm ensuring that I'm getting the actual file moved over in 100% quality. I'm not saying that it's not the same quality over the cloud. I don't know. Maybe I'm old school and that's the way I still do it. I'm just wondering who's going to do it after Apple does it. I wonder if Apple's even going to be the first to do it. Maybe a company is working on something already and they're gonna make a portless phone before them. Being portless means you'll rely on wireless charging, but it's something Apple's already making as painless as possible through MagSafe, which uses magnets to keep wireless chargers, blah, blah, blah. And then no headphone port. Obviously, you use AirPods instead. And then for transferring files, you would use AirDrop. Still, with the iPhone 13 not likely to land until September of 2021, it's very early for rumors, so we can't be sure of anything yet. It's coming. I don't know. I kind of feel indifferent about it. Maybe because I know it's coming and it's just like, well, if someone's going to do it, it's going to be Apple. Fazil says, obviously Samsung. They're going to be the first ones to do it for Android to follow suit with Apple. Brian says, portless. Does that mean people will need to bring the wireless charging pad when going on a trip? Yeah, that's a good point too. I didn't even think about that. Can you imagine being on the road? Well, then you'd have to buy one of those one of those. Oh man, it just seems like a slew of issues, but maybe that's what having MagSafe is. The magnet will stick on the thing, because imagine if you're in a car, imagine if Google were to make their own portless phone and then you were on the road and you had to charge it. Well, you would need something to stick to that charger. I guess that's where a magnet comes in handy, because you can't just let it sit in the car without worrying it's going to like fall off if you make a left turn or whatever. This is weird that that's going to be a reality in the new future. Jerome, which iPhone 12 are you keeping? I'm keeping the 12 Pro Max. I already gave back my 12 Pro. I'm keeping the Pro Max not because I want a big ass phone. I am keeping the 12 Pro Max for the added camera, whatever hardware on it. Namely the stabilization, which is something I still have to do testing for, but I will. Fazil says, I'm sorry, but 60 to 90 is exactly 30 hertz difference. So how can 90 to 120 barely noticeable? Are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else? Because for me, I haven't seen 90 to 120, but I do notice a difference with 60 to 90. I don't know. I mean, I see where you're coming from, by saying that. Obviously, logic there. But I think that's also where people talk about the point of diminishing returns. So 120 to 144, I think, is still not as noticeable. And yes, that's not 30, but imagine if it was 120 to 150. I think the more that refresh rate gets higher, I think the less noticeable it shows up. I think. Again, I haven't seen 90 to 120, so I'm assuming you're not talking to me. But yeah, anyway. How will Apple claim that it's an eco-friendly company if the iPhone goes portless? Wireless charging is seriously inefficient. Zico, this is so easy because they're going to say, well, we don't need to give you cables anymore. We don't need to give you cables. You just need to buy one wireless charger. Apple's going to figure a way to market it. They're going to figure a way to have something to say about that. Brian, what's going on, Brian? Brian says, what up, everyone? Brian, what's up, man? How's it going? Busy at work? I think you are. Brian with the $1 super chat. Brian, thank you for the support as always. Appreciate you, man. Brian has always been supporting for the longest goddamn time. So Brian, thank you so much as always. Brian with the $1 super chat, supporting 99.999% of the time. Thank you, Brian. Thank you as always. Fear the Rue says, just think. We could even think about portless charging if it weren't for 5G. All hail 5G. Definitely. Zico Day says, wireless power bank, next Apple device. They're already in the works of it. They're already trying to figure out the way to market all this shit. I mean, they have been now. So where am I at here? Dougie says, however, portless is not environmentally friendly and certainly not efficient. I mean, great points. I'm just waiting for the way they can spin that. Hi, by the way, what's going on, Dougie? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Aiden says, by law in the EU, all portable devices are going to be required to use the same port. Most likely USB-C, so maybe the EU iPhone will have USB-C. So here's that. This is why. So like we've talked about this. I've talked about this as well. I think Apple would rather go portless than switch their iPhone to USB-C. I think they would rather go portless than have to, because now they can't have the Lightning port, so they're going to lose out on the accessory money. So for them, I think they're better off just going portless. And I say better, meaning for their pockets. I think for them, their profitable move is to not switch to USB-C and do portless. Is that better for the consumer? No, I don't think so. But for them, money-wise, that's the direction I think that they would probably go. Okay. Baron of Gray Matter says, because your eyes can't track that difference as well. Yeah, there you go. About the 60 to 90, 90 to 120. Yeah, that's a better way than how I was trying to explain it. Sean says most people don't care about high refresh rates unless they're gamers. That's true too. It's not something I think about often. Again, I do notice it on my Pixel 5, but it's not enough for me to say, like, I'm ready to only use phones that do such and such. It is nice though. It's definitely nice. Big House Productions, what's going on, man? Hello, Jerome chat. How's it going, Big House? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Jan Klinko says you'll need to buy one wireless cable and one brick. Yeah, no, you do. I know. I was trying to think of like how they would market that. Apple will figure a way out. They always do. The Woo says 2 to 3 years ago, no one was talking about hertz. They were talking about megapixels. Looking forward to what is the next flavor. Maybe nits. Maybe. I wish they would focus back on audio. If there's one thing I wish they would do more of, it would be audio quality, speaker quality. That is something I feel like they should do, but I guess people don't really care as much. Ahmed, Husamadeen, how's it going, man? How's it going, Ahmed? Hey, what's up, Jerome? It's been a while. It has been a while. Sony's going to release a 5.5-inch Xperia 1 Mark III compact phone with a Snap 775 with the latest 12 megapixel sensors and lenses. Nice. Nice. I didn't even see that come up at all. Nice. He says also, why Google didn't use the same sensors as the Xperia 1 Mark II? Why? That's easy, Ahmed. It's because it's Google. Google. Who knows? Who knows? Let's wait. Let's wait for the Pixel 6. I think a lot of us are going to rage if the Pixel 6 is going to come out with the same sensors again. I think Google, well, I was going to say, I don't think Google's going to be dumb enough to use the same ones and not upgrade, but maybe they would. Maybe they would. Christian says, quote, Apple would rather go portless than switch to Type-C. Yeah, the exact words I was saying. Yeah, no, that's how I feel. And it has nothing to do with the environment. It has nothing to do with bettering the consumer or bettering the consumer's experience. It has everything to do with money. Everything to do with money. Jerome, Meizu Zero was the first portless phone. Oh, so there already was one ever made in 2019. But the first portless iPhone would pressurize the competition. Yes, absolutely. Would pressurize them more when compared to a company like Meizu. Yeah, I mean the fact that I didn't even know that somebody else already did it is proof enough. Is proof enough. Jan says, I remember 60 hertz phones, fluid with no lag. Now, if you switch, for example, the OnePlus Nord to 60 hertz, it's trash. I'm still not there where like I feel like it makes that much of a difference for me. Will, what's going on, Will? LOL, but then Android will go portless. Yeah, that's why I'm saying who's going to be the first. Well, Christian already said Meizu, but I'm wondering who the first like real, not that Meizu's not a real company, but you know what I mean. You know the other people are going to follow suit for sure, for sure. The competition is catching up. They are catching up. That's why when I say a Pixel 5 isn't worth $700 or whatever, I mean it, because what else has Google got at this point? Google gives everything, all their software or whatever. I mean, the software works better on iPhones for the most part anyway. So, I mean, if I won't even say they're catching up, I feel like they're caught up at this point. A lot of them are caught up at this point. Mrs. Fear the Rue said 120 hertz is not good. She said speed does not equate to being satisfied. Not sure if she's still talking about phones at this point. Fear the Rue. Time to buy an EU iPhone for the USB-C then. They're not going to do it, Brian. They won't do it. They'll go portless first, for sure. They'll go portless first. All right, let's move on, guys. So this next article is from 9to5 Google. This is about the Poco M3 going official with a Snap 662, a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, and $150 price point. I love how these budget phones have such gigantic batteries. And then for flagship phones to have gigantic batteries, for some reason, it's a pain in the ass to do. Why? So weird to me. So this article from 9to5 Google, here is the Poco. Okay, first of all, this Poco M3, what is this? Is this really a thing? This Poco logo here? Because this looks awful. I think it looks so ugly. I don't know why it looks like that. I wish they didn't do that. Either that or maybe they could have had a better looking logo. Yeah, it's like, okay, we got it. You got a Poco phone. It's not like, I don't think there's anything wrong with this design. This design looks nice enough. I just don't like this font here. Xiaomi offshoot Poco has announced another affordable Android handset. Then again, at $150, I mean, I guess there's not much to complain about. This time in the form of the M3, which will come with some modest but enticing internals and seriously low entry price. Yeah, for $150, it's definitely a low entry point. So the Poco M3 looks very familiar to the Redmi Note 10 4G, which in all honesty wouldn't be far wrong. So the 6.53-inch smartphone will come with an FHD Plus display. It has a dewdrop notch up top. or a water drop or whatever, a Qualcomm Snap 662 and 4 gigs of RAM, a 6,000 milliamp hour battery, has 18-watt charging, wired, so no wireless, a side-mounted capacitive fingerprint scanner. Oh, it also has face unlock. Nice. So it has both. See? These cheaper phones can do these cheaper phones can have bigger batteries, it can have face unlock, it can have a fingerprint reader, but flagship phones can't do it. Being a cheaper smartphone, the M3 includes, it also has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, and it also has micro SD storage. At the rear, you'll find a triple camera setup that consists of a 48 megapixel main sensor, 2 megapixel macro, and then a 2 megapixel depth sensor. One downside here is it comes pre-installed with MIUI 12 of Android 10. No word has been given on the potential upgrade to Android 11. Yeah, and then I guess I also wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, just because it's a cheaper phone. $150 for the 4 gig 64 gig internal option, and $169. Wow, it's only $20 more. Only $20 more for double the storage. Although it is unlikely to come to US markets, officially making the US pricing a strange notable here. It'll be available in the following colors: blue, yellow, and black. So yeah, that's the Poco M3. You mean real mainstream competition to Apple, Jerome? That would be interesting to watch. Who will be the first to adopt portless in the mainstream Android world? I do think it would be Samsung. Or maybe OnePlus. I don't think Google's going to be the first one to do it. I don't know. I'd be curious though. But yes, that's what I meant. Real mainstream competition is what I meant. Big House says, go Poco, 6,000 milliamp hour battery. It is a gigantic battery for sure. Yes, Poco is its own brand now, breaking away from Xiaomi for sure. Ahmed says, Chinese OEM have a serious problem with telephoto lens. Even the OnePlus 9 Pro won't have it. Yeah, what's up with that? That's why I'm ditching flagship phones. I don't blame you, Jan. I don't blame you at all. For sure. For sure. So since we're on the topic of budget phones, we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about the Moto E7. I am not really interested in these phones much, but it's a good way to keep up, and it's been a while since we've covered these. So the cheap and cheerful Moto E7 promises 36 hours of battery life. It also features a 48 megapixel main camera and water repellent design. Again, it looks like a decent phone. This is a big chin at the bottom though. Does have that water drop notch at the top. But look at this price. This phone costs less than 100 pounds. But Motorola assures us that its latest budget will last around 36 hours on a single charge and take photos that aren't terrible with its 48 megapixel main camera. It also has a water repellent design, moderate exposure to water such as accidental spills, splashes, or light rain. So we're talking about a cheap phone that they're even giving a little waterproofing to, which is great. It's nice to see. The Moto E7 is pretty unremarkable in many other ways. It has a MediaTek Helio G25 chip, 2 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of expandable storage, and then a 6.5-inch display. It's not going to look great with a 720p resolution. Other bells and whistles will be sorely missed. So no NFC, no fast charging. So wait, are you saying it has dual speakers or it won't have dual speakers? Single speaker. Okay, so no dual speakers. It's obviously found lacking in many areas, but at least there's a headphone jack, a rear-mounted fingerprint reader, and a relatively high-resolution main camera. And then a Google Assist button. And then for 99 pounds, this might represent a decent deal for anyone seeking a bare minimum smartphone for the cheapest possible price. Comes in 3 colors, gray, aqua, and coral. And then in Europe, it'll cost 120 pounds. And it's going to be coming in the coming weeks. So if you're looking for a super cheap phone, or if you're looking for a burner phone, or whatever you're looking for, there you go. Nick Alvarez with a $5 super chat. Nick, thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for helping offset costs. Thank you for joining the Phone Jerome fam, being part of what I'm doing here, being part of the community. Thank you, Nick. Wish I would have never experienced 120 hertz on my S20 Plus because now all my other devices seem choppy. Dropping back down to 60 hertz to see if I can readjust. Wow, you guys are really big on this hertz stuff today. I'm surprised we're talking about it for this long. But Nick, thank you for the $5 super chat. I can see where you're coming from too, though. Going from 120 and then dropping down to 60. I can imagine seeing the fluidity on the screen and then that kind of going away, going back to a 60 hertz phone. I haven't had the chance to really test it out. So maybe one day. But Nick, thank you. Nick, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support as always. Big House says the Poco M3 is taking the look. Yes. That's the thing I noticed too. Looking at that Poco, I was like, wait a minute, this module here, this module is from the Cyberpunk thing. And it's funny that they share all the same shit together. They do. Baron of Gray Matter says, someone said they're getting $250 for the old Pixel from T-Mobile. I looked on their site and the latest Pixel I can trade in is a Pixel 3. I have a 2 XL. Google will only give $70 for that phone. Yeah, so what's up with that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look at that too, because I should start dumping some of these older phones, like that 6T I have. It's just been sitting around doing nothing, so I should take a look and see what kind of deal I can get for that. But thanks for pointing it out, Ed. I didn't even realize. Maybe it's a different deal that. Who got that deal now? I can't remember. Anyway, let's move on. This article from Android Authority is talking about the Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. That is more than a handful. That is more than a handful to swallow, saying that Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. So there's a render for it with a brand new camera sensor. The new Redmi Note 9 series is launching on November 26th, and we're learning new things about it on a daily basis. So it also is teasing a brand new camera sensor for the series. So this is the render here. I don't know. This image looks like it's gotten blown up, but it has a circular camera array in the middle. The presence of 4 rear cameras all but confirms that this is the higher end Redmi Note 9 Pro. The vanilla one is expected to carry a rear triple camera setup. So you can see 4 there. Speaking of cameras, it also teased a world first camera sensor for the series, but it'll most likely appear on the Pro model. And then it could feature the new 108 megapixel sensor from Samsung. The recently launched sensor is 15% smaller. It's 15% smaller than Samsung's previous sensor used on the S20 Ultra and Note 20 Ultra. Okay. It also deploys a smaller 0.7 micron pixels compared to 0.8 on its predecessor. So what's new about it? Okay, so none of them supported 5G connectivity. So this one will have it. The so-called Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G is said to pack a Snap 750G chipset, while the standard Note 9 is tipped to use the Dimensity 800U. It's also rumored to bring 120 hertz adaptive displays and better imaging capabilities compared to the existing Redmi Note 9 phones. You can read more about the leaked specs of the 2 upcoming devices here. Well, in that article. So all these phones that I will probably never buy, but it's nice to at least talk about it and see what other phones are coming to the market. I mean, even looking at that Poco M3, I do keep my ear to the ground when it comes to OnePlus phones, and to see that Poco M3 look like it has the exact same setup as that Cyberpunk version. I mean, it's just, to me, to see how they share parts and share bodies or whatever. Like, OnePlus can be its own company, but we know for the most part they're sharing shit with other people. Dougie, with the €1 super chat. Dougie, thank you, man. Thank you for the support as always. Dougie, you've been coming in on the regular with these super chats, man. Dougie, thank you, man. Thank you for supporting as always. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Fear of the Roo says, it was me. Oh, there you go. Who got $250 for your 3XL trade? It's already been applied to my account. Oh, 3XL trade. I thought you said OG Pixel. Didn't someone say OG Pixel? Am I missing something? I can't remember. Big House would like that, Redmi. Of course you would. I mean, I like the design of it from what I'm looking at. I just know that I'm probably never going to get a chance to buy it. I do like the design though. I actually like the circular array more than the block array in the back. Yeah, if anyone's gonna like Redmi or Xiaomi or Realme or Vivo, it's gonna be Big House for sure. We know where Big House's love is for a lot of these phones. All right, so where did this go? I had a deal here that I wanted to share with you guys because there was no way that I was not going to talk about the Google Pixel 4a. So the one plan I wanted to talk about, because we've been talking about Black Friday deals, so on and so forth. I've been talking about how my Pixel 5, I was able to get a $200 gift card with that. Plus I got a $150 wireless charging bundle. So I got it for a good deal from Visible, but you can't get it right now because it's out of stock. But I also wanted to bring up the fact that if you're still looking for a deal, you can get a deal with Visible for the Pixel 4a. And why is this page not loading? Is something going on here? Am I still live? Hopefully I am. Or is this site just down? Is that why the page didn't refresh properly? There we go. So on Visible, you can get a Pixel 4a not for $350, but you can get it for $250. Like technically it's still going to be $350, but it comes with a $100 gift card if you sign up with Visible. And I think you only need to do a two month plan with them, or you can just switch to them in general. I've been using Visible. I've been pretty happy with it. So I'll look at the details here. So you order from Visible, and then, and that's the thing too, the phone comes the next day. They do FedEx shipping, next day shipping. And yeah, after two service payments, then you'll get your gift card, but you also get the phone unlocked. 128 gigs. Well, that's the only way it comes with, or that's the only thing it comes with. Storage capacity. I want to make sure the price is right though on here. Oh, do I need to pick it? Oh, it's $336. Oh, so it's not even $350. So it's even cheaper. That's the thing. Visible even puts them, like I got my Pixel 5 for $696, which is only $3 cheaper, but there you go. So you can get a Pixel 4a for $336, get the $100 gift card. It's like buying the 4a for $236, which I think is a pretty good deal if you were thinking about switching over anyway. And if you didn't want to switch, you could still just do a 2-month deal if you can get on a family plan, which is only $25 a month for unlimited data and unlimited calling. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Just wanted to share that deal with you. If you're looking, just go to Visible's website and then you can find that there. All right. Google and OnePlus give pathetic trade-in values. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised indeed. I was stunned that they gave me that much, so I took it and ran with it quickly before they came to their senses and changed their mind. I know after this stream, I'm going to go check what I can get for my OnePlus 6T. I got to get rid of my 6T. I got to get rid of my iPhone 11 Pro. Eventually, I need to sell my Pixel 4a. What else do I got? What else do I got to get rid of? That's it. And then I'm still going to like be testing my 4a 5G and my 5. Oh, I got to get rid of my P40 Pro Plus. Like that's just sitting there collecting dust as well. Big House says, yes, Brian, but Google is way better than OnePlus. Their trade-in program is trash. I haven't spent enough time looking into that. Xiaomi, Redmi, Poco have the best bang for a buck in a smartphone. For sure. You just got to like the software. I don't mind it at all. No, I agree. I agree. Javon, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. The Woo says, can you briefly explain how you and Will bring over your own line through Google? I'm going to do a party plan through Visible. Will, help the Woo out here. So how it worked is I made a new phone number. Will's the one that taught me this. I made a new number using Google Fi. So I signed up for Google Fi, got a free phone number from Google Fi, and then immediately canceled it. That's how I got that number. And then I took that number and then I used it to port over to Visible. That's how I took advantage of using a number. That's how I was able to keep my T-Mobile lines and not move a line over, is I just made a number through Google Fi and did that. I think that's the easiest way I can explain it. Ed, I'm looking at Ed's chat here. Will was better at teaching that with me, but if you're having trouble, the Woo, DM me. I always tell you guys to DM me, and then I never get back to anyone because I just haven't had time. But try to tweet me maybe if you're not able to figure that out, because there were a couple other steps too. Because you have to like move that over, and like you need to take a certain number that they give you that you need to apply when you move it over to Visible. Yeah, gotcha. I'll check that out. I think I can get it. I think you can. It's not that difficult. I don't think it's that difficult. Will says, Jerome, let me know about that 11 Pro. Do you want it? Do you want that 11 Pro? I mean, I'll give you a deal on the 11 Pro. I mean, the 11 Pro is pretty like, it's not beat up, but you know, it has a good amount of wear and tear. But if you want that 11 Pro, like for sure, text me on Telegram, message me on Telegram. We'll talk. Well, I know I talk to you all the time anyway. So Jennifer says, I think I may have talked my brother into getting the 4A 5G from his Pixel 2 XL, especially since we have the Fi deal for $350. I mean, I think if he has a 2 XL, I think it's going to be a decent upgrade for sure. I don't see. Plus, you're going from an XL, so you're going with a bigger phone that has a better like screen to body ratio. So I feel like it's a good upgrade from there. And definitely at $350, I think that's a good deal. Oh, you want it? All right. Well, yeah. Message me because I'm so behind in catching up with everyone. Okay. Javon says, who here has used Straight Talk? Trash or not? I've never used it. I have no idea. No idea if it's any good or not. E. Heller. Hey, Jerome, sorry I'm late. E. Heller, why? You guys need to stop apologizing for being late. It's all good. I know that you guys can't make all the streams, and it's not, no one's putting a gun to your head. You guys are good. No worries. No worries. Hold on here. E. Heller says, I'm trying to do a content transfer. Cross your fingers. Good luck, E. Heller. So you got your Pixel 3 XL, your backup phone, right? I'm not dreaming, right? That is what you got, right? Big House says, yes, Jennifer, that's the deal I'm looking at now, $350. I know there are good deals. There are good deals to be had. All of us are using our big brain moves right now, for sure. The Woo says, new Pixel 5 on Swapper right now for $620. Credible seller. Really? $620? I mean, it's no Visible deal, but if you want something unlocked straight from the gate, you don't have to like switch a carrier or like spend 2 months on a different service plan or whatever. Like $620 is probably the best I've seen. And I'm assuming $620 with no taxes, or are there taxes? Because that's an even better deal for sure. Pixel 3 to Pixel 3. Oh, okay. I gotcha. All right. P40 Pro Plus, $1,300 ceramic brick. I know. Plus tax though. So you do pay tax on Swappa. It's been a while since I've used Swappa. Fear the Roo says we have to apologize for being late so Jerome doesn't go off on us. We've seen Raging Jerome and nobody wants that. No, you guys are good. I'm not that mean. Sometimes I'm not that bad, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, guys. That is going to be it for today. We have stretched our hour here. Guys, please, if you can do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It is a way to support. I do appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. You can watch me stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. And then also, before I go, also you can hit that bell notification to let you guys know when I am streaming. So you know, because I don't always stream at, what time is that? 2 p.m. all the time. And then also what I wanted to share, because I haven't done this in a minute, guys, if you are in the stream, you've noticed people with green in their name, you've seen a Chicago star next to their name. That's because they're part of the Phone Jerome fam, and you could be one too for as little as 99 cents a month. You'll get a red Chicago star next to your name. You'll get to use custom emoji. You'll eventually get your name in the intros and outros of my live streams. I haven't updated it in a while. Again, all you got to do is click that blue join button. At the end of the day, it's just a way to support. I do appreciate it. If you can't find that blue join button, you can go to youtube.com/PhoneJerome/join. Otherwise, guys, that's going to be it for today. I do want to thank everybody for stopping by today. I want to thank everybody for supporting, for the super chats. Guys, thank you for the super chats as always. When I tell you guys that it helps offset costs, I mean it. It really does. It helps do what I do. It helps continue me making these streams, and I really think that's it. So guys, come back tomorrow, 2 p.m. We'll do it all over again. I'll see you then. Bye, guys. Take it easy.